evening, everybody. It's Sian from Shiloh Within Counselling with you again to talk about the 5 love languages. So this week we're in a series about the 5 love languages where I'm coming live each night at 7 p.m. Australian Central Daylight Savings Time, just to give an overview of each of the 5 love languages. So the love language that we're going to cover tonight is physical touch. So often when I offer for my clients to do the love language quiz when they come in as a couple, it's often there's a little bit of an eye roll that can happen when we talk about physical touch, particularly if in general if the male has that scored as their top love language. It's kind of like, well, of course that is. So I realised that, you know, there's a need for intimacy in romantic relationships. That's an essential part of romantic relationships, and there's a general rule that males can have a higher libido than females. That is a very general rule though. But for the purpose of tonight, we're not talking about sexual intimacy. We're talking about physical touch being a need that the person has, and the way that they speak love to people that they have in their lives that they want to show care to, and the way that they receive love from others. So in regards to the intimate relationship, it can be very important for the person who has physical touch as their top love language to also receive other types of physical touch from their partner aside from the intimacy time. So things like holding hands when you're out walking, or sitting down watching TV. It could be giving each other a massage. It could be giving lots of hugs, and just when you're on the way past them as they're busy doing their tasks, give them a touch on the shoulder or a little squeeze as you go past. Those things will fill up the love tank of the person who has physical touch as their primary love language. And you'll know often if that is a person's primary love language if you see them giving lots of hugs, they're asking for hugs. They might be picking the peel off of somebody's jacket as they're talking, or, you know, they're kind of touchy in during conversations and that kind of thing, which has sadly become a little bit taboo in some of our circles, but we do need to be appropriate with the way we communicate, even via touch. Some of the things to avoid with a person who has physical touch as their highest love language are rough kind of touches. So, you know, a slap on the arm may be a little bit harsh. You've got to ask them and judge for yourself from their reactions if what you're doing is, if you're doing it in jest, if it's offensive to them. Obviously if you're doing it in an aggressive way, then it's not okay. Any kind of, you know, snatching or giving things roughly, that can be something that a person with the love language of physical touch can really feel quite hurt by. And also being distant or avoiding hugs. If you've been asked for a hug and it's not your primary love language, but it is your partner's love language, it's one of the ways you can show them that you love and you value them is to give that hug, despite maybe the uncomfortable feelings that come up for you in that and avoiding holding hands and touching can be quite hurtful. It can make the person with the physical touch primary love language feel rejected. Okay. Now for self-love, because we're covering that in this series also, not just couple love, but how to include physical touch if that is important to you in your self-love. So some of the ways you can do that is by having a massage or giving yourself a massage, a facial, moisturising your skin, buying yourself soft linen or towels can be very, very comforting. And other ways is to ask for hugs when you need them, and find people who you trust that are huggy people, if that's the way that you communicate love, and know that you can ask for a hug and feel safe in that. So those are the things that generalise the primary love language of physical touch. And yeah, if you've got any questions on that, or if you'd like to drop any comments below, feel free. If you're watching this as a replay, please put in #replay so that I can see who's watching. And tomorrow night we'll be back at 7 p.m. for another love language, and we'll finish off on Friday. If there's any requirements for you to come and see me for counselling, then please let me know also. Okay, I hope you enjoy your evening. I hope you're enjoying the series, and I'll look forward to coming back again and speaking with you tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.